Hi, welcome to another video. So, Qwen's chat platform is pretty insane. I mean, it's free, and it has a ton of features. It has all the state-of-the-art models from Qwen, which you can use as much as you want without any limits. You can also make it do reasoning, as well as make it search and gather real-time info and stuff like that. It also recently got the Web Dev feature, which allows it to generate React code and then render it. This makes it really good for making components, mini applications, and stuff like that, which was also pretty cool to use. You also get the artifacts feature, which can generate HTML code and preview that. You even get the image generation and video generation options, which allow you to generate images and videos as well. You can just go ahead and create images and videos through here, and it is almost a one-stop AI chat platform that really goes head-to-head with chat, and that too for fully free. But one thing that it was missing, considering today's chat landscape, is deep research. But today, they have even added that feature, and I thought to tell you guys about it as well. So, you can come to their chat platform, and over here, you'll see the deep research option. If we click this, then it will enable the deep research mode and get into it. You also get some examples here as well, which you can see and check out. It will basically do what the deep research counterparts of Claude and OpenAI do. It will just go through a ton of sources, search for topics, and then create a detailed report for us as well, which is pretty awesome nonetheless. Also, I think that the quality of this is dependent on which model you use. So, at the top, you can use the model that you want to use. It by default comes configured with Qwen 3235B, but you can also use some other model. Like, I prefer the Qwen Max model that you can choose in the model dropdown and then use. I prefer it because it is better in most aspects than 235B, at least from what I have seen. You can also use the Turbo model because it has an even bigger context window, but the quality may vary depending on what you want the generations to be. So, let's try this out as well. Now, before proceeding, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Ninja Tools. Ninja Tools is a crazy AI platform where you pay once and access all AI models and agents at one place. It combines all the best AI models and experiences. It allows you to save over $600 per year compared to having separate subscriptions. You get access to Claude 3.7 Sonnet, GPT-4o, Gemini, and a ton of other models in one subscription. You even get some more cool options like AI video generation, image generation, music generation, and document chats. You can also use their playground to compare multiple AI responses at once. The best part is that it just starts from $11 per month. That gives you more than 1,000 chat messages, 30 AI image generation, and 5 music generation, while there is also some even more advanced plans if you need them. Make sure to check Ninja Tools out and save some money on your subscription while you're at it. Now back to the video. I am going to ask it one of my benchmark questions, which is to tell me what local hardware can run the DeepSeek R1 models, and also ask it to make sure that it gives me approximate prices and setup details. Once we send it, it asks me to answer some questions, like it asks me for the performance criteria or use cases, any constraints, and scalability, or future-proofing for your setup. I want it to figure it out itself and tell me about it accordingly. So, I just asked it to figure it out and tell me what I should do. Now, once I sent it, you can see that it gets started on the research. The interface of the deep research is actually insanely similar to Grok's counterpart. It also has a very similar interface to this, but it's fine, and I won't judge it as much. Anyway, you can see that it creates a plan at first about what it thinks it should do, how it should structure the report, what it should search for, and what the report should contain. Then, as it progresses, it changes to the next step, which you can see being added on the left as the steps that it is using. You can also see what it is searching for, the pages that it is browsing through, what it is gathering, and what it is trying to write as it is progressing. It doesn't directly search through tons of sources at once. Instead, it approaches the search step by step, thinking of achieving one part of the research to be finished and then moving to the next and using the model accordingly. This is also cool because Google's variant mostly searches for everything at once. Also, this is a little slow in comparison to other options, but that may be because I'm using the Max model at the most active hours. So, you may want to use a model that is much faster, like the Turbo model, which may get you faster results at the cost of compromising on quality. So, that depends. But still, it is bearable and not extremely slow. So, it lies somewhere in between. Anyway, it gets done here, and you can see that these are all the steps it took here. It took about 6 steps that took a total of 20 minutes, which is pretty high. I mean, Gemini takes like 5 or 10 minutes, and the OpenAI counterpart can sometimes go for longer times as well. But this took 20 minutes, which is not bad, but not super good either. Again, it might be because of the model that I'm using here. So, there's that. You can see the list of sources that it scraped by clicking the Sources option here, which will show you the sources that it used over here in a list. It is also similar to the OpenAI Deep Research thing, and Grok, I think, also shows the sources like this. So, this is fine as well, and you can see what it has scraped and everything like that. Anyway, as you can see, it has done pretty good in-depth research here, and it actually shows the research in text as chat here, but you also get a PDF file that is much better formatted to see. So, if we view this, then this is what it looks like. It starts with telling us about DeepSeek and its architecture and why it is better in performance, but still requires chunky hardware. It then starts with telling us about the storage that it would require, and we should use SSD, which is a good call. Also, it adds the citations to the sources as well. If we move forward, then it comes to the GPU that we should use. It says that a 7B parameter model demands 816 gigs of VRAM, making GPUs like the NVIDIA RTX 3060 with 12 gigs of VRAM suitable for entry-level configurations. Mid-range models, ranging from 13B to 30B parameters, require 24-48 gigs of VRAM, necessitating higher-end options such as the RTX 3090 or RTX 4090. For the largest models, exceeding 65B parameters, GPUs with 48 plus gigs of VRAM, such as the NVIDIA A100, become indispensable. It also says that to save on memory, we can use quantization, which will allow us to save some memory, along with what precision might be the best for usage, along with more details on it. Then it goes on to how to select the best GPU, and it also talks about the market prices and how the market is in the GPU space, which is pretty interesting because Gemini Deep Research and OpenAI don't do this, which is kind of cool to see. It also gives an analysis on cloud versus local hardware costs. It also quotes some numbers on how the market is growing and stuff like that. There's also a ton more details, and it also gives us a table that shows what we should use in a smaller option, and then there's a ton more details. This is actually amazing. I mean, it is worth the 20 minutes that it costs, which is awesome, and it is fully free, and you can apparently do as much research as you want, which is not something that you can do for free in any of the options that you get, which is quite awesome. It generated a total report of 22 pages that is well formatted and everything. So, I really like this, and you can also use it, and it is really good to use for most of the stuff that we do. Go ahead and give it a try for sure. Please subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.